Ah, December. A fun time of the year where we look back and we're like, man, that was one year. Especially in the 2020s. But what's also concerning to me is the fact that 2026 is coming up, which means resolutions and everything like that. My concern, though, is my birthday this year. What do you mean your birthday, Odd? Let me tell you. So, this year, in 2025 of April 6th, I turned 20. Which brings me to the fact that I'm turning 21? Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. I am straight up turning 21. So, that makes me have existential crises, such as... Man, I wish I could still be a kid and not have to deal with adulting. Let me be young and not have to deal with adulting, and I'm turning 21. What is happening? Along with other crises, like when you wake up and you're a fairy, right? We all have that crisis, right? Is the gigantic pile. I have more, but I don't want this video to go on for hours. So we're gonna just look at these guys, and we're not gonna look at all the pictures in them because most of these are unfinished sketchbooks, unfortunately. So, you guys ready for this? I am. It's going in no particular order, but we're starting off with this one. Also, if you see a black line edited in the video, that means I had no self-preservation skills when I was a kid and put my name in the sketchbook when I signed my art instead of some form of, like, fake name to keep myself safe when I did start posting on, all the socials. So, yeah, here we go. This one's fairly recent. This is 2020 and April 10th, so 4 days after my birthday. I was really into the video game Bang Dream, Girls Band Party on, mobile. So we have, one of the characters from, that game. And, she's pretty cute. This eye is kind of driving me nuts because this eye has whites and this eye doesn't. But I do like, the coloring and stuff. This is, around the time when I started really getting into those alcohol markers that blend. This is obvious because I don't know how to use them quite yet. I learned how to use them much better now, but still. Yeah. It also seems we have some, cheapy little sketches here. Definitely me trying to go through my anime phase. During 2020 up until 2022, I had this thing where I liked making and drawing long necks for the characters. I eventually realized that I didn't quite like that the way it looked, so I kind of, learned and kind of fixed it up a little bit for me. Some of these are upside down as well. We have Random Girl. Very creative, younger me. But hey, the good thing about 2020 is the aspect that I stayed at home a lot because, again, craziness. And we all learned, us artists all drew a bunch, and we all grew from that. So that's a positive, I must say. You guys remember when Club Penguin shut down? I was still sad about this during 2020. I still am sad about it. Disney, bring back Club Penguin. Actually, they probably would just capitalize on it more. But, this is human version of Gary the Gadget Guy from Club Penguin. And, I kind of like the way I drew him. I kind of want to redraw this because I need to do my human designs of the Club Penguin characters again. Around this time is when I really got into drawing human versions of things that aren't human at all. It's actually kind of helpful because some of these I have not signed. So, Continuing on the Club Penguin shebang, we have Rookie from, Club Penguin, like I just said. Let's, hold on. Let's talk about a couple things here. I was proud of this at the time, right? I've never drawn abs, but last I checked, until recently, right? Last I checked, abs don't go up that high. Looks like he got waffle ironed there. Pretty good things about this art piece. I will say I do kind of like how I did the hair, though it is a bit muddy. Also, pretty okay hat drawing, cap. I'm better at drawing beanies than I am caps, but I am glad I decided to do this instead of, like, not drawing the hat. I'll take that. The arms are kind of throwing me off here. It's giving, what, like, corporate, you know, like the corporate art where it's like they kind of got like weird proportions, except for this is somehow worse. But I do like things about this. Like, this is like pretty okay glasses, considering I wasn't the best at drawing them for a while, drawing glasses or sunglasses or anything. So I'll say that's pretty good. Had to do a lot of skipping for this one because a lot of them are unfinished artworks. But we do have, hey, guess what? Something from a how to draw manga book. I'll share those books with you guys. I think you guys might know the ones I'm talking about. But, like, this is actually pretty good. Facial proportions are not fully right. Obviously, I'm still learning at this time. And still am learning. But, you know, this is pretty flowy. This is pretty good movement. So, you know, obviously there's things that can be improved upon, but pretty good for 2020, you know? Who wants cursed? You do? Oh, that's actually shocking. I didn't think anyone wanted cursed art. First of all, this is not cursed. This is Henry Stickmin art. I need to redraw all these characters. I want to get back into Henry Stickmin. I just feel like we need more Henry Stickmin content. Although, I don't know if I want more, because I feel like it kind of ends perfectly. And also, Rip Charles. But after that, this sketchbook kind of becomes what was I on? Because we have Buff Kermit. Buff Kermit? Why? Okay. Hey, but this is during my Wheatley Portal to Blue Sky phase, so have some Wheatley art all over the place. More Portal Wheatley art. This is from the Core's YouTube thing. I can't remember the name right now. Oh, we have anime stuff, but we also have more Wheatley from Portal, guys. More Portal. We gotta have Mermaid and proportions that make me want to scream. But you know what's the most cursed in this entire sketchbook? Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you my idea of what Kirby kind of looks like with his organs. Next, hey, this is during my Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures era. What is this?
Oh man, I'm a meme. This.
Genuinely, what is this? It's me trying to figure out how this dude's internal system works, because he's like a guy, like he's a circle, but he just eats everything. Yeah. I hate this. And then there's like the one drawing of human Cylindria, by the way. I love drawing her as a human because I feel like she would vibe as a human. I feel like we would vibe together. I'm so sorry you guys had to see that. Hey, have you had your cat fill yet? No? Have a Pusheen page! Pusheen! It's Pusheen. I know it's kind of hard to see because the lighting, again, but this is a Pusheen page. I'd also like to point out that this is the same time I first played Kirby. So this is Kirby's Return to Dreamland based, because it's like it's the game that came out on the Wii, and I was super excited and everything. But I also played, the first Kirby game I played was Triple Deluxe, from my sister's DS. I literally just borrowed the game from her. Anyways, this is kind of cute. The colors are all over the place, though. Hey, so major jump from 2020 to 2010s. This is a wolf. It is not proportionally accurate, but it was my attempt. Also, the teeth being, like, kind of visible on one side is kind of driving me nuts. Also, remember when I was a kid, when we were all kids, and this is the kind of stuff we made because we're like, yay, cute, everything's going fine, and then you're an adult and you're like, yeah, that's how it feels right now. Let's see here. Oh, yep, okay. This is one of the pages where I had 0 self-preservation. Obviously, I didn't have socials at the time. I will block out the name, though. So, okay, hold on. So, obviously, more anime inspiration. First of all, this is not how you kneel. Also, second of all, actually, there is no second of all. It's just kind of interesting, you know? Uh, okay. Continuing on. What else happened in 2020? The first fanfiction that I didn't publish. I did write a fanfiction before that in a dream journal. You know, like, when you keep a dream journal to try and lucid dream? I tried doing that as a kid, and I kind of technically wrote a fanfiction for Club Penguin. No. High school is when I started to write my first angst fanfiction. Can you guys guess which series? That's right. Splatoon. Because, you know, Splatoon has a lot of angst material you can already work with. I mean, humans are dead, the humans are dead, racism, all that jazz is pretty much brought up in this game. Phenomenal game, by the way, that talks about it really well, in my opinion. I wrote it on the high school's Google Docs, on my Google Docs account for high school, to whoever had the unfortunate pleasure of reading my angst AU. I am sorry. Or am I? I don't know, to be honest with you. Sibling rivalry. Meaning, I was a big fan of Mario, and my sis, she's a big fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I started slowly kind of getting into the lore of Sonic more and more as I grew older, and guess what? I play Sonic games now, so it's kind of funny. But we have this image of, like, this Sonic anime girl, I guess, going Super Saiyan, because I'm pretty sure that's what Super Sonic is referencing. I'm kind of new to the fandom. Someone explain that to me. And she says, by the power of Sonic. I think that was kind of inspired by the Tomodachi life dream you can get in the original game, where your character transforms. Like, there's a small fairy character, like, that's floating, and then they're like, oh my gosh, Odyssey, you need to transform! And then you go, by the power of cheese, or like another in-game item. So that's what it kind of reminds me of. Oh hey. We also have anime fan art I made for my dad, because he's actually a pretty big fan of this show anime called Robotech. And Ninme was, and still is, pretty cool character. I do wish there was like a Japanese dub. I don't know if there is a Japanese dub for this anime, but I kind of have to say my dad kind of got me into anime because I did watch episodes of the show with him. And Ninme was my favorite character. She was amazing to me as a kid, and I was like, yes, and she inspired me to draw. That's pretty cool. Last one from this book, I think it deserves to be the last one. Dan TDM. Hey, Dan, if you're watching this, thank you for being a part of my childhood. And second of all, I saw your show ages ago in like 2015 in like Kentucky. But I know this doesn't look the best. I kind of want to redraw this though. It's kind of adorable, you know? Like, I'm like a huge fan of this YouTuber. First major YouTuber I'm a fan of. So thanks, Dan. Appreciate ya. Well, guys, this video's been a wild ride. And I know I said I was gonna go in order from oldest to newest, but ultimately, my ADHD brain decided to go all over the place. So I'd like to end this from, 2018. This art from 2018. This was, 9th grade, before, you know. This was, 2018, like, the beginning of the year. So, first of all, Suyasui! Hey, this is my Hero Academia phase. This is when I really knew what anime was about. I don't know what I was going for here, but we have Deku, and then some of the Sailor Scouts, and this random guitar. Oh, wait, I think I know what I was trying to go for. This is, like, the animes I was into at the time. So we have Sailor Moon, we have My Hero Academia, and then this is supposed to be a reference to K-On!, which I watched on Netflix at the time, but now it's gone. Oh. Marina Todoroki, I did you no justice. What was I thinking with the proportions here? First of all, ears aren't like, they don't like kind of, you know, they don't do that. They kind of poke out a little bit. They don't just, they're not on your head like half circles. Next, there's just, oh, the neck is so thick, and this is a pretty cute picture though. Again with the ears, but this is not what his hair looks like, to be honest with you. This is me attempting to draw a fox, like a furry, an anthro character, and yeah, I'm still working on it. I still don't know how. If any guys have tips, please let me know. Okay, hold on, I'm looking here. I'm gonna do one last image in here. So I think what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, this is the winner. What was it with me and this? But also the eyes. It's giving that one anime meme. You know the meme I'm talking about, where it's like it's talking about like the anatomy of an anime girl. Yeah, that's what it's giving with the eyes. Like, the eyes are so nightmarish. I am so sorry you guys had to see that. Hey, what's this? We're at the end of the video, though. So, yeah, those were my sketchbooks that I am slightly concerned about. But we will keep getting there, you know? And like I said, you know, my art's improved over this year as well. Thank you guys for going on this journey with me. I figured I'd make this video now because, well, I feel like I would forget. You know, with what my brain is thinking all the time and going to different things, I feel like I would forget 24/7. So, I do forget 24/7. But thank you for being a part of my recent online activity. Thank you for supporting me. And I am also going to do a little outro for this video that is not this outro, but I am going to talk about my new art and art commissions. Yeah, stay tuned for that. Hey, so I did create, and I do create AUs for the Fairly Odd Parents. Right now, Tortured Mind is the main one I work on, so be sure to check that out. Bye!